Hey guys, I have some more information. So, right after the last video I made, I got done. I went to bed, and the pain started again in my jaw on the left side. I was freaking out. So, couldn't believe it. It was starting all again. So I laid there, pushed the energy away. Pain went away a little bit, and I decided to look around. And I was chanting, purge the energy, telling my soul, saying it with my soul to purge the energy out of me. Locked up all my chakras best I could to stop the energy from coming through, but it was still hurting. The pain went away a little bit, and I started looking, trying to figure out, and I could feel like a like a like a needle coming into my felt like someone had a pen and they were pressing like that. So what I did was I took my soul hand and I put it up against the what it was pushing, and I pushed it out of my tooth, and there was a little tiny tornado. What I mean by that is it was a vortex of energy, and it was pushing, and all the energy that was coming up and that was in my head normally is getting sucked out through this little porthole. Crazy Man last year made portholes into my subconscious in other parts of me, so I knew it was him. And this thing was just a little tornado sitting right here like that, and it had a long thing going off to nowhere. Now, Christ and everybody couldn't see it until I pointed it out. So I pointed it out, and this little fucking tornado, it's a porthole, vortex of energy, and it's going right to the guy. I don't know why he wants it. It's garbage energy, pain. Anyway, that's what it was. On top of the last video, everything in the last video, plus he had this tornado going here, because he's focusing on this side of my head. That's why everything happened here. Just thought I'd add that in the pot so you can understand what goes on. Now, another guy came in a little later. He was a Christ, a different one I never met before. He said he's going to help me out. So I laid down. He put his hands inside my head. He went right into my stuff, and he was going through the skins, making sure, seeing what was wrong. I guess he found something wrong. Two things that were wrong with the skins in my head, and he put some kind of little stints to keep them separated, or the skin was flapped over. It wasn't where it was supposed to be. It was flopping around, and the energy was going into my tooth, right? So what he did was he made it so he put a little steel stint or something in there to keep that up, and that the energy would flow, and this stint would heal. It'd take a day or two for the skin to heal back to its normal thing. So that's what happened. That's what I've been doing all day long, making these videos too. So I'm gonna throw it back on what was going on till the half an hour is up to what was going on. So turns out, first day of the riots. Remember the first day of the riots? This happened. This is where I'm going back to, more or less. The riots are happening. I'm telling JC. The second day the rioting. I'm telling JC what's going on. He goes, "Yeah, they're rioting here in St. Lucian too." Can you believe that? As I was saying that, and I don't know how this happened, but I'm telling JC what's going on here, and other people are hearing it and they're saying it, and it's going out. It's rumors, right? Not rumors. people hear what I say to JC, my wife and my kids, and other people that are around, usually all day, and it spreads like wildfire, right? What I say. People started getting mad at me, all this bullshit. That night, I think the news was there. If that was the case, I can't remember. But anyway, it got out. People were talking. That night, they moved me because I said all that stuff about what was happening here on Earth. Now I was talking about Hillary and the deep state, and I was pointing out the cops, the police, the bad police, the Antifa jokers that go in there and do that. People that are doing the subterfuge or whatever, you know. So I'm saying all that to Christ, and they heard it. And everybody got all the Democrat people in St. Lucia that like Hillary and Obama and Bush. They all like it. They got mad and they're out to get me. So they moved me to a new place, and that I'm reading off the. Yeah, so this is what happened next. I go to sleep that night in a new place, and they didn't want me to get attacked because people were threatening me just because I wasn't following. People follow what's going on down here, and they think it's true, but it ain't. And I'm the only one, well, not the only one, but I'm one of the people with the loudest voices bitching and screaming. People in my hood, they hear me and they want to kick my ass. Anyway, so that said, JC moved me to another part of wherever, I don't know, wasn't in St. Lucia anymore. I woke up and I had my back slashed open. Right across the spine like that. Now that's in the spirit world. This is ethereal skins of your soul or whatever, your ethereal skins. Cut it open. They took me to the hospital. I'm laying there. I got healed up. Took a day, and I got 18 stitches to heal that skin back up. And it hurt. It hurt. You can feel and because I had this tooth, so the energy from the cut would come up my back, and the energy hurts, and it comes up your back. And usually just comes off your back, right? But some of it went into my tooth where Crazy Man had his little thing going on from the last video. So that was killing me. And so I had all these problems while my tooth was hurting. Plus, and that's why I couldn't figure out what was happening to me until I got it all out of the fucking way. So, more or less. And that happened. I came back to check out the illusion room where I'm creating the zombies, because another JC's got a crew down there and they're working, trying to get it going and working on it. I went back there, checked it out, see what was happening. JC said the city inspector came and everything's good. JC told me that I go, how are we gonna make a profit on this room? Is it anything coming? He says it's booked, already booked for a whole year. He says booked for a whole year. We already got it. And I go, well, how much have you done the figures, the money figures or whatever? And he goes, you better be goddamn happy, because he goes, it cost me it cost us $15 million. $15 million to get this thing together. Hiring all the people to get in there and make it real, like a real city, apocalyptic city. 15 million bucks. He says, I go, well, how are we gonna pay off 15 million bucks? And he goes, it's already done. He said it's already booked for a year, and we're gonna make an estimated $30 million off it in the first year. So we covered the expenses, plus we're making a profit. Then he said, that's the first year. So he said, we're going to make $30 million, and it cost him $15 million to make this. People are going to come by to go in here, and he said, we already made $30 million. Awesome. just to go through and have the experience. Then, a couple days later, pain's still hurting in my jaw. I was out back in a hideout. I don't know where it was. They won't tell me because they're hiding me from the people. I just got my back ripped open. I wake up and I'm in the hospital, and I found out I got my guts stabbed. So somebody stabbed me in the guts, in my intestines. So I have my intestines all chopped up. Here I am, my guts hanging out, and the nurses there trying to sew it up. It didn't hurt. I didn't feel a damn thing. But the nurse was sewing it up. So I guess I don't know what that meant, why I didn't feel it. I guess I just didn't feel it. Then, a couple nights later, I dreamt I'm walking in a food court in a mall. This is in St. Lucian. I'm dreaming I'm going to the food court. This guy who's always in the food court, he comes walking up and he gets in my face and he's saying something, I don't know what it was, but he's like getting in my face, right? And I'm like, I responded, I'm just sitting there, and finally I just got pissed and I punched him in the nose and it turned red. So I didn't break it or anything. One punch in the nose. I woke up. Elizabeth, my buddy, she went and told JC I punched this guy in the nose in the food court. JC knew where it was. He went down there. There's a guy sitting at a table with a bloody nose. I'm off. Turns out I got kicked out. I get kicked out of St. Lucian for 3 days as punishment. And I'm not supposed to be fighting, so I'm trying not to fight, but this guy just did it. And I've been dealing with him for a long time, putting up with his shit. So I punched him out. I didn't even punch him out, I just punched him in the nose. Anyway, so that happened. So I got kicked out for 3 days. That's when my tooth really started hurting. Because I was down in the illusion. Underneath, like... So there's more pressure and the energy comes up and it started hurting there. Holy Christ. Then that night, the next night, or maybe not the next night, I got a Christ lesson. So I'm starting my Christ lessons. And I got one. I forgot it was. I had the name of it. I forgot everything. But I passed. And I have 12 more lessons to go. So I gotta pass them all 12 in a row. Then I get my Christness back, and then I'm a Christ again. So I gotta pass 12 lessons, and I'm a Christ again. So I punched somebody else in the nose. Anyway, hopefully I won't. JC said they're opening a beer store, but I don't know where. Like, if it's in the Illusion, it's in St. Lucian, the beer store, and I'm not opening it. Another Christ is, but it's gonna bring people to our business, the room. So here's St. Lucian in the beer store. Here's the doorway to go to the illusion room. You go in the door, go down the stairs, and you go into the office part of the illusion room. Then you do all your shit or whatever, and you go in there and in your apocalyptic world, have it out for a couple days, have a good time, and come out. So that's cool. So we're gonna be making some money there, and that'll bring more customers in, meet people and stuff. So I asked Christ, this is really cool, man. This is cool. I was in severe pain, really bad pain, and I did, I don't know what it was. I asked Christ to take the pain, right? And I'm laying there, but there was no Christ in me because I took him out because it was moving energy and it was hurting. So I didn't want anybody in me, so I got to isolate myself to find out what the fuck was going on. Because if I got Christ in me, my wife and all the fucking kids are screaming and yelling, I can't see what's going on. So I kick everybody out, then I can see what's going on inside, in my soul. What's going on. So I did that, And the pain hurt so bad, I asked Christ to heal me up. All of a sudden, 2 hands were inside, massaging my muscles here and moving the energy, like literally, right up and out, up and out. Because I was so tired and weak, I couldn't push the energy out anymore. I mean, I probably could have, I got pissed off, but anyway, he came in and he was moving the energy out. And this was last week. And there were just 2 hands. There was no face, no body, just 2 hands. And I'm going, hey, there's 2 hands moving the energy. And I could hear my wife and other people going, or the normal Christ, he was over there. And I go, hey, what's going on with these 2 hands? And he goes, you asked Christ to move your hands. But I just said it to Christ consciousness. I didn't say it to any Jesus Christ. I was just said it to Christ consciousness. And also these 2 hands appeared. And then my wife goes, she says something like, he's non-local. So if you ask for help, he'll come and help you, but he don't come and help you. Wherever he is, he just puts his hands in there. And that's why you don't see him. But he's focusing on your jaw because you asked for help. When I go, where is he? She goes, I don't know. I don't even know who it is, but you asked Jesus Christ to help you. And the pain went away, got me to sleep at night. So that was pretty cool. So there wasn't no entity that came. There was an entity somewhere else who just non-local, man. Local being me, like the person's here. This guy was somewhere else, just meditating, going, healing Richard's hand, healing Richard's jawbone, making it all better. I was like, wow, now that's a new one. That's a new one for me. So, there you go. That's what's been going on. So I got it all done. Got all this shit done. Yeah, that was last video. So I've been a week. I haven't done anything in the illusion room, and I'm dying to get back. Now that I got all my fucking jaw problems fixed. I watched the video I made earlier, and I'm like, slurring and everything. Totally different. So that's a week of hell I went through, man. It ain't fun. So I'm just saying, because I didn't even know. I was being affected like that until I got out of all my problems, all my things I was into. Cut the pain down, went inside myself and figured it out. Then it started working. So guys, I just want to update you on everything that happened lately. Hope I don't have any more. So yeah, in like 1 week, I got my arm slashed from here to here. Somebody slashed it. I got my back slashed. I got my stomach slashed. I got my tooth tornado. I found today after the last video. I found out I was sucking energy off a girl here in the physical. Coming up, hurt my tooth. My mom's energy from coming up hurt my tooth. And he had some sort of whacked out entity in my head sitting there watching, put there so he could watch what I was watching. Oh, just remember this. I just remembered this. Last night I woke up this morning and my kids are screaming, and I'm watching TV, and I see myself sitting on a screen, on a big screen TV. Not huge, but I'm looking at the TV, and my kids are there, and they're all screaming, lock, 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 lock. And I'm watching myself on the TV, and there was 2 girls standing beside me, and it was actually 2 girls that were in the room with me, my sister, my daughter's friends. They're in there, and they're looking at me, and they're all waiting for me, because I'm waking up. As I'm waking up, I'm seeing myself on a screen, so I'm waking up in St. Lucian, and I'm looking at the screen, I'm seeing myself waking up, sitting up in bed, and there's 2 people beside me in the bed, and it's actually happening. And they go, they're telling me, they go, Rich, you see this? I go, yeah. I see myself sitting on the bed. And they go, yeah. She goes, you know what you did? I go, no. Jesus Christ, they're screaming. He goes, you made your soul made a camera in the illusion, and it's only for the illusion. And the camera follows you around in the illusion when you're sleeping. Everywhere you go, everything you do, there's a camera filming you. And we watch it on our TV. So I guess my soul, I have no knowledge of this. I never even thought about it. Totally nothing consciously. Nothing. They said I have a camera. When I go to sleep, there's a camera appears. Now, when you go to sleep in St. Illusion, when you go to sleep here in the physical, you usually go into a dream. But if you're seeing through your soul, through the physical, when the physical goes to sleep, your soul goes to sleep, and your soul's in St. Illusion. When your soul goes to sleep, you leave St. Illusion and you go into the illusion and create. And you can travel anywhere all throughout the universe. You just don't see it all the time. You do see it in your normal dreams, but because almost 99% of the world sees through their ego 99% of the time, me too. But when I go to sleep, my soul goes whoop, and I'm my soul now. I'm more soul than I am physical. So when I go to sleep, I'm my soul going to sleep. So my soul and my inner light somehow made the fucking camera, put it up, and whenever I go, it follows me around and just records or sends a signal back to JC. He hooks up the TV and they just sit there and watch me. What they're watching is me off in the illusion. Now, when I go to sleep, as soon as I fall asleep, they don't know where I go. They don't know where I am. I disappear. I'm laying on the couch, and I go, good night, and I fall asleep. In St. Illusion, my soul, good night. And as soon as I fall asleep, my soul goes, and disappears. They don't know where I am. They don't know nothing. I'm in the illusion now. I'm lost, gone. Meanwhile, I'm around the block at the hockey arena playing hockey. You know what I mean? Or I'm off on Mars somewhere. Wherever I go in the illusion, that's where I am. But they don't know where I am. And I always come back fucked up. Stabbed, cut, my arms cut. I got stabbed 3 or 4 times this week. Knifed, shanked, whatever. And that's why I think the camera was made. Because everywhere I go, people are stabbing me and killing me and fucking chopping me. And I'm getting in fights and everything. So I think this JC now knows who stabs me and does everything. JC can't go into the illusion and get a bad guy that stabs me. It's against the law, depending where I am. Now, if I'm in another room that has law, they can use that law for the stabbing and catch me. But he can't take St. Illusion Police or himself, go into the illusion wherever I am and arrest the guy that stabbed me, let alone try to find him, because it's damn near impossible. So this is what goes on, guys. And so I guess my soul, they were freaking out. They said this camera is unlike anything Christ has ever seen, the police have ever seen in St. Illusion, anything. They've never seen it before. And all it does is when I'm out dreaming in the illusion, this fucking camera's following me and they're watching it on TV. My dream. Me partaking in a dream. So they're just, but this thing is just filming me constantly. I don't know, I gotta ask more about it, but they said it's the only one, it's unique. Christ never seen anything like it. They never thought of anything like it. And it does not go into St. Lucian. Okay? It's just for the illusion. So this thing is in the illusion. And they watch me all night on TV. Find out what I'm doing. They take turns. So my wife and kids go off and do shopping. Other people will watch. JC will watch. So, there you go. Because people are out to get me, right? So I guess my soul made this camera so they can't get me. Alright, guys. So, guess that's about it. Hopefully everything's getting better now. I can get back to living. All right, later, guys.